Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I do a full face of Beret Beauty. This is a new beauty line that just launched and I am very excited for this. They did send me their products over a couple weeks early so I could try them out and really formulate an opinion and really formulate some thoughts on these things. So I have some thoughts that I'm thinking about these things and I'm excited to share them with you today. This is the face that I created with their products today and yeah, I think it turned out really pretty and I'm excited to share it with you. And also, I got a haircut. So let's get started. So I think I'll start with what every first order comes with, as well as sharing with you the box packaging of the products. So every first order will come with this really cute tie corduroy bag, and every order after that will just be regular packaging, and you won't receive multiple of these, which is nice. And it's just like I don't know, open area bag. And then it has their logo right there on the inside of it. And it's a very cute like corduroy feeling fabric. And then all the packaging will come in this really nice like gray blue, pretty sleek packaging with the embossing of Beret on it as well, in gold, and their logo at the top. So that's just like a quick review of what their actual packaging looks like, and then every first order will receive this cute little bag that you can throw your makeup in. It's a very, very cute bag and I've never seen anything like it when it comes to makeup. It feels very luxe and like mature in my opinion. So I'm going to zoom you in and we'll start putting the makeup on my face. So the first product that I'm going to use is the Beret Beauty Perfecting Complexion Stick in the shade Camel. This comes in some very beautiful gray like bullet type packaging, and it has a smaller tip to it, which I was surprised about when I opened it for the first time, but it's really nice for application under your eyes. They advertise this as neither a foundation nor a concealer, so it's kind of a hybrid of both actually. So the tip of this being smaller is actually really nice because you can get really nicely under your eyes and everything like that. And I'm going to be using their buffing brush with this as well. I have yet to use this, but it's very soft. I like how thick the handle, the barrel of the brush is, and I like the slanted point to it as well. So I'm excited to use this, and I love using like foundation stick type things with brushes. So I feel like it was a really good choice for them to use a dense like buffing brush like this, or to have a dense buffing brush like this in their collection as well. So I'm just going to place this on my skin and then blend it out. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, I've been testing these products out for a couple weeks now, so I have a good feel of what they're like, their formulas, and how they work on my skin personally. And that concealer foundation stick is so nice. It's super creamy, glides onto the skin really, really nicely, and I don't think it has very full coverage. It's quite sheer and buildable, I guess, and this shade is actually like perfect for me. I was very shocked when I tried it the first time. I was not expecting it to work so well on my skin tone, but this blends out so beautifully and is just like a very easy, pretty coverage on the skin, and I really, really, really like it. It blends really nicely with this foundation brush as well. So all the times that I've used this, it doesn't last super long on the face, but it like fades away very nicely. I do notice that at the end of the day, it will like just cling to my dry eczema patches underneath my eye, but everywhere else it kind of fades nicely. But under the eyes it can get a little crusty, but I think that's just because I have pretty bad dry eczema under eyes. They're like quite scaly sometimes, and that is one thing that I noticed at the end of the day, that it like kind of clung to that. But everywhere else on the skin it's very beautiful, and I really, really like it. And so I'm just gonna build up coverage on some little spots and things like that. I don't know if you can see on my, what is this, my left eye, right here. Can you tell? It's like clinging to my upper eczema eye dry patches. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but I can definitely see it cling to my dry patches, and I've noticed that in the past as well when I've used this, but I feel like it's fine because the coverage is just so freaking natural and beautiful and blends so well, and I don't know. I've said this before, but that like happens with every complexion product for me. It's just something that I have to deal with, is having the product cling to my eczema dry patches. So it's, I don't know, it's not a big deal to me because it is what it is and I can't do anything about it. Okay, so they don't have a bronzer or contour or anything like that, so I'm gonna throw that onto my face and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I also put my brows on and then my bronzer as well, because they don't have a brow pencil but they have a brow gel, and I'll be putting that on later. But next up is their highlighter. I was blown away, I'm not even kidding, by this highlighter. It is the highlighting balm in the shade Cava, and it comes in this very beautiful like cream packaging, this chubby stick type situation, and reminds me a lot of like the Becca highlight stick and the Ciate highlight stick. And this is the most wet and creamy highlight I've personally ever experienced. And I remember when I first got this package and I swiped it on my face, my jaw like dropped because it's just so wet and like feels very wet on the skin when you apply it, and just like very, very creamy. I will say that when you apply it directly to your face, it does pick up a little bit of it, so I would suggest like maybe tapping it in, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna put it on my face. But I think because it's so creamy, it does lift up the foundation underneath. But this is like the most beautiful highlight for no makeup days and just swiping on your face, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And you can just see like how wet it looks on my face, and I think so many people are really gonna like this highlight just because of how absolutely wet and like creamy and dewy it is. So that is what the highlight looks like on the face. And it doesn't really have any sparkles in it either. It's kind of just like a wet sheen on the skin. And yeah, I think it's stunning. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm definitely going to be wearing this a lot now that I own it. Okay, next up is a blush. This is the cheek color in the shade Raspberry Beret. And I think this packaging is so off compared to the rest of the packaging. It's just like very chunky. It's like in this cheaper plastic with this like clear lid, and I don't know, I felt like this was like very off-brand as compared to everything else. This is my least favorite packaging of everything, and it just also feels quite cheap. But the shade is very pretty and I really do enjoy it. It's a very balmy, wet type of blush as well. I'll just show you. You can like, I feel like you can tell just by me swiping it on my skin, but it's just like a very balmy, dewy type blush. So I feel like a lot of people with drier skin will really like this, but I don't know about oily skin because it is quite tacky and wet feeling. And you can probably see on my hand the reflection it has on it of like how wet and dewy it is. And because of that, it doesn't last an absurd amount of time, but it lasts like a decent amount on your face, and it's really easy to apply and it blends out very well and like seamlessly, so that's nice. But like I can see some people not liking this because it's too dewy and doesn't have enough hold to it, but then I can see other people really liking it because of its dewiness and its like blendability. So I don't know, preferences. But I do think the shade is very beautiful and like the perfect winter shade for me, and it's buildable and very blendable, so I love it personally, and I think it lasts long enough on my face that it's not something that I'm gonna complain about. But people who are wearing masks like 8 hours a day to work and whatnot, I can't see this lasting on the face at all. So that could be quite a problem with anyone who gets this and wants to wear it like underneath a mask. This doesn't last very well underneath a mask, as most cream products don't last very well under a mask. So that's that. It's so, so pretty. This is gonna look amazing in the summertime and the springtime as well, and I really, really like this blush, although I don't know, this packaging is just really chunky and like bulky, and I don't love this packaging. Okay, next up, I think I will use the brow gel. It comes in this very, like, these just, I don't know, they don't vibe well. But this is the eyebrow gel. It comes in this really sleek gold packaging, and this is their volumizing pomade in the shade brown. This is also another product that I don't love from Merit. I actually don't see that much payoff from this product, and I feel like it doesn't have the waxiness that I want in it, because they call it a pomade, but like, I don't know, I'm just not blown away by it. I just feel like it's maybe a little too dry of a formula, and it doesn't have enough like stick to it. So it doesn't like lift my brows up as much as I'd want them to be lifted up, but maybe it's because I need to layer it. I don't know. The times that I've worn this in the past, I wasn't like blown away by it or super in love, although my brows do look decently good right now, so I don't know. But it's nice, but it's not my favorite. But I can see people liking this because it's lighter and not as like intense. So again, preference, I don't know. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and we will work with the mascara that they have. So next up is the mascara. This is the lengthening mascara in the shade Perfect Black. It comes in this very, very beautiful packaging with like a black body and then a golden top to it. And I love the packaging of this so much. It's very sleek and beautiful and feels very luxe and doesn't look like any other mascara. I just feel like this Merit line in general feels very mature, and for like the business person or the, I don't know, the person who wears this like definitely invests in stock and wears a blazer like 3 times a week or something. That's the total vibes that I get from this line, because it just feels very businessy and like mature and expensive, I guess. That's the feels I get from this. But this mascara is nice. I can see a lot of people really liking this because it's very light on the lashes, and like I feel like this would be a very good everyday mascara for a lot of people. I personally also don't love this mascara because it doesn't hold a curl whatsoever for me. I do find that this is like, they don't advertise this as tubing mascara, but I do find that it tends to come off in little tubes when I take this off. And I really, really like that because then it doesn't smudge on my lashes throughout the day, and it's just very like natural looking on the lashes. And I feel like if you have really amazing like thick curly lashes, then you would really, really like this because it is a like medium wetness. It's not like super, super wet when you first get it, and it feels like it's dried out a little bit, so it's like the perfect consistency. And the brush is really nice. It's like a natural fiber brush, but it's nice and thin, so you can get like really close to your root and work it out, and it doesn't get clumpy and it layers really well. But the only downside for me is that it doesn't hold a curl very well, and that's like the one thing that I look for. in a mascara is that it holds my curl, and this just doesn't do that for me, so that's the downfall for me for sure with this. So you can see the mascara here, and I don't know, I just don't love it, okay? It's just like to me, but packaging is amazing and very beautiful. Okay, last up is my favorite product by far from the entire line, and once they release everything else, I want to pick up other shades because this is such a beautiful, beautiful product, and it is their tinted lip oil, and I have the shade Sangria, which is like this wine red shade, and when I tell you I love this lip oil, I love this lip oil. This is so beautiful, and it's very comfortable on the lips, and it is definitely a lip oil because it doesn't feel balmy at all, and it's not super moisturizing. It definitely feels like a slick oil on the lips as well, but the tint that it leaves on my lips is so beautiful and exactly what I wanted, and I just think it's so stunning. So shall I? So this is the lip oil in the shade Sangria, and it leaves like a very beautiful tint on the lips with a pretty shine, not like anything glossy, and it feels very slick on the lips as well, and I love this product so much. It does stain your lip a tad bit, and it fades very beautifully as well, and it lasts a decent amount of time but not an incredible amount of time. I love this color so much. This feels like my perfect My Lips But Better type shade, but a little more red, if that makes sense, and I just love it so much. So that is everything. I will take these clips out and zoom you out as well. So that is a full face of Merit Beauty on my face right now. And I think overall these products are really nice, and I can see a lot of people truly falling in love with this line and having this be their go-to line because they're so effortless, they're beautiful, they blend well, they look very natural on the skin, and they're just like stunning products. My top products from the line are definitely the brush. I really liked this today, it was amazing. The foundation concealer situation, I just think the finish on my skin is so beautiful, very natural, and something I would gravitate towards often for my everyday look because it's like quick and easy. I freaking love stick foundations so much, and they are just like easy grab and go type products. This blends very well, and the shade match is like incredible for me, so for sure this as well. The highlight is like unbelievably wet and glossy, and I love that in a highlight, so there's nothing more that I can ask from this. Although I do wish it were a bit more balmy and like tacky so it would last on my skin a little bit longer, but I don't know, I still really like this. And then my favorite of everything is definitely the lip oil. The consistency of this, the tint, and the color is just perfect, and I also really love the packaging on this. So those are my top 4 products from the brand. Personally, I would skip the mascara because this does not hold a curl for me at all. It's not like mind-blowing or anything unique in my opinion. And then the what is this, the brow pomade, I just feel like, I don't know, I don't love it. So that's how I feel about this. I don't know how else to explain it. It didn't blow me away, and I feel like I don't notice a super big difference on my brows when I wear that. And then I do really like the blush. I feel like it leaves a very beautiful tint and blends really well, is a very beautiful product, but the packaging just like makes me it doesn't make me mad, but it just like is weird. It's weird, and it the packaging turns me off, and I think that's why I don't like this. Solely for the packaging. The product inside is really nice, but the packaging is weird. So I guess I'll say like I like these 5 things from the line, but yeah, I feel like that's really good for a line, to like 5 of the 7 things that they provide from the line. I feel like that's really good. I'm really excited to see where this brand goes because their whole vibe is just beautiful, and I really like the idea of having more mature looking makeup in my collection, and like the simplicity of it, and I don't know, it just feels like an adult makeup line, and I'm an adult and I appreciate that. So that's another thing. But yeah, that is everything. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.